Susan B. Anthony changed the world. She grew up in a time when women did not have the right to vote. It was illegal even. And she said, screw that, and went down and voted anyway. And she was arrested for voting. She was thrown in jail, and she went to court, and she was found guilty, but she refused to pay her fine. She had to break the law, to go against the government in order to make change happen. And now she's highly celebrated, even to the point that her face is on the US dollar. I think about her sometimes and I wonder, what should I be doing that's wrong, but right? And what I keep thinking about is our digital privacy. The government is stripping away our privacy from us. Corporations are being so grabby of our personal data in a predatory way, and they do it so much that it just seems normal at this point. But they are wrong. So what's the right thing to do? I imagine a world where our privacy actually matters, and it's not some meaningless double talk. Companies who actually take your privacy seriously are companies that either don't want your data at all or encrypt it in such a way that they can't even see it, even if they wanted. This way, no amount of data breaches or subpoenas can expose you, and you don't have to worry about these companies looking at your stuff, sharing your stuff, or selling your stuff, because it's all garbled, and only you can ungarble it. Isn't that the normal you'd rather see in the world? Companies like Google, Apple, and Facebook all say that they take your privacy seriously, but then they proceed to collect every data point about you that they can. Your location, your contacts, your address, your phone number, your work history, your sexual orientation, the car you drive, political affiliations, financial data, all communications with your friends and family, and then they analyze this and study you. And then they store it all in a database so they can keep building a profile on you. All this data is a huge liability for them and for you. And they absolutely don't need any of it to provide you with a service or give you ads. I've had enough of this and switched from an Android phone to a privacy phone. I exclusively use end-to-end encryption for all my text messaging where nobody can see the chats but me and the person I'm sending it to. And I moved my email to one that encrypts my emails on their server so they can't even read them. I stopped using search engines that try to learn everything about me, and I've switched to ones that collect zero data on their users. I've stopped using browsers that send my web history somewhere. I always use a VPN, and I'm so mad at banks for giving my financial data away that I'm ready to just start using cryptocurrency everywhere I can or go back to using cash. I'm exercising my rights, and I'm being a self-advocate of my digital privacy, and I want you to be a self-advocate too. Major tech companies aren't going to give you privacy. The government isn't going to give you privacy, but you can take it. I need you to take it. Take your digital privacy seriously because you know it's the right thing to do. Privacy means to be alone and not watched by others. The internet did not come with privacy. It came to make information free. But our private information got swept up into it. That needs to change. We have a right to privacy. Just look at the Fourth Amendment. And when legal principles get created that explicitly state we no longer have a reasonable expectation to privacy, something has gone very wrong here. And we need to make it right. When corporations collect and sell and share private data about you, we should take that as a personal attack and fight back. We should not tolerate this. Imagine a world where when a company tries to collect your private data, we just all cringe at them and laugh at the idea as if it's the most creepy thing we've ever seen. Like, ew, what's wrong with your morals and ethics to think you need to collect my private information? Get lost, creep. Things will start to change fast if enough of us say no. Just because your data is already out there doesn't mean it needs to be. It doesn't mean it's okay. And it doesn't mean it needs to continue to be collected. Think about one of your past intimate relationships. Think about how much your ex knew about you when you were together, but how little they know about you now. A lot has happened since then, hasn't it? And you probably wouldn't feel comfortable if they still had the access to your personal information like they did before. You can opt out and put an end to any further collection that companies are getting from you, and even ask for removal of your data. Some countries have awful laws which criminalize certain behavior that you would find perfectly okay. Like, for instance, if I gave this speech in Morocco, I could be jailed. They don't like journalists criticizing their own government there. And I want you to think for a moment, what if a new regime came into power in your country that starts arresting people like you? It would be too late to start caring about your privacy then, wouldn't it? Now is the time. We've got to fight for our right to digital privacy. And why even is there a fight if we have the right? Because these corporations and governments who want your data are bigger than you or me. And they're not going to give up without a fight. But together, we can overcome them. With enough of us taking this seriously, we can get them to stop grabbing at us in the most perverse way. You know things are bad. You know companies collect your data in a way that you're not comfortable with. And you see data breach after data breach going on where your information is getting into the wrong hands. But we look at this news now as if that's just the way it is and will always be. We know things are bad. They're worse than bad. It's crazy out there. And when we think that the world is crazy, we just want to sit in our homes and not go anywhere. But even in our homes, we don't have privacy anymore. Our TV has a camera on it, tracking every show we watch and how long we watch it. And they put that into a giant database somewhere with millions of others. Our phones have microphones in them, which is listening to us. Our watches have GPS and heart rate monitors, which can easily detect where you live and when you're sleeping. And guess what? All this data is being sold and sometimes shared publicly to anyone who asks for it. And if they're not giving it away, it's just a matter of time before someone hacks into that database and exposes it all to the world. This gross and pervasive collection of your private data has to stop. Listen to me. I know you know this is important. You feel terrified when someone knows something private about you that you don't want them to know about. Chills go up your spine when you find your personal data in a place it shouldn't be. This matters to you, and I know it. You believe it shouldn't be like this too. Listen. A dream doesn't always scream in your face and tell you what to do. It sometimes is a whisper in the back of your head, and it's so soft and hard to hear, yet you know it's there. I know that you dream about a true private digital world, and that dream can come true if we work at it. You've got to work at it. And don't say but. Don't you dare tell me but. But is a dream killer. Don't be afraid to do what's right because it feels wrong. Don't tell me you tried before and it was too hard or it didn't work the way you wanted. I need you to try one more time. Don't stop. Don't stop. We need more people fighting for their digital privacy. With enough of us making it clear that this is important to us and we simply won't do business with companies that just tick our personal data, things will change. That tipping point will happen when one more person opts out, or one more request to delete your data comes through, or simply one more day of withholding your data from others. Let's make things tip in our favor. We can do it. Don't stop trying. We're the ones who voted for this world of pervasive data collection. We voted with the things we buy. Our money does the voting. And we continue to use and love these companies that have betrayed us. And the more money and attention we give them, the more they'll ruin us. The corporations you've loved, the ones you've trusted, have done their absolute worst to you. They haven't been honest. They haven't been treating you with respect. And in the process, they've hurt us for their own gain. So let's make things change by voting with your dollars, and opt for software and apps that truly take your privacy seriously. The corporations that just care about money will see this and start providing us the privacy we demand. We're at a special point now where we can make the biggest impact. I know it feels like too much has been lost and it's hopeless, but no, I think the opposite is true. Up until recently, there haven't been good alternatives to email and chat apps and money and other software that treats your privacy properly. But now these things have popped up and the adoption rate is on the rise. But there's not enough of these apps or services that are giving us the privacy we deserve. Like, I can't find a single GPS-enabled smartwatch that keeps my location data out of third parties' hands. And again, if my data is in third-party hands, then the third-party doctrine comes into effect where I no longer have a reasonable expectation of privacy. I want you to feel it deep down inside you. I want you to recognize how these companies have betrayed you. I want you to take these feelings and remember that you have a right to privacy. Do not give in or let anyone take it away from you. It is a universal right. The universe is on your side. Not only is it possible for us to have digital privacy, but I think it's necessary that we achieve this. Your logical brain might be thinking, we can't do it. And if that's the case, I need you to be unreasonable right now. All the rules and systems that we have in place, everything you see around you, was made up of people like you. We can make a new system. It'll be hard. It'll take time. But why do people do hard things? Because it's worth it. Don't just read history. Here's your chance to write history. Make change happen. Help make a future where there's true digital privacy. Don't let the dream die.